Good morning, Cornhole community. Welcome back to some OCA action. We're here in El Reno, Oklahoma. I'm your host, Chris Seaton with VKM Entertainment. We're on Facebook and YouTube today. We're set up, rock and rolling. We're just waiting on some games at this point. We're just hanging out. Went ahead and started the stream. This is where you can find it, Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to leave you on main court. You can watch some players warming up. I'm going to continue to set up and get ready. Enjoy the day. Meet some folks. So thank you, guys. Please like, share, comment. Do all the good things for me. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. Thank you, guys, so much.
You're not to play. Yeah. See, that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to actually play. On the last call on intermediate and competitive. Intermediate and competitive. Last call. Alex. In Canada, you are not records around through 11. Okay, you're actually forced around through 11. Maybe I'll get you started in just a second. Cody, can you come up to registration? Cody, can you come up to registration? Oh, yeah, we're out. There's a phone up here missing its owner. There's a phone up here missing the owner. Your missile phone coming plane that calls us on the display.
Hi, guys. We are live from El Reno, Oklahoma. We got competitive doubles first. Competitive doubles is first. We're going to get Tommy Gallegos, Jet Roberts, Emmett Murphy, and Ricky Jones. All right. Looks like we are underway. Let's get in the groove. What you say? Come on. I got to find my rhythm. Got to find my rhythm. We got to get the coffee going. bag right there from Emmett. Yeah, gonna finish with it. I almost thought it was a 12. It ain't a 12. Maybe it was. Thank you guys for tuning in. Good morning from the OCA and family. We're over in El Reno, Oklahoma, just west of Oklahoma City. We got competitive doubles. This is rounders, so we'll go rounders right into a bracket. We did get a chance to update our champions board from yesterday, so I'll flash that here in a minute. See if I can find it. Nope. 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 All right. We're just going to pull it up. So Chase Lester, Caitlin Allshouse, Leon Frost, Rachel Bookout, Zach Wilhite, Joe Perales, Shay M, and Ethan George. If anybody knows Shay's last name, let me know in the comments, please. I'll get that updated. But that's our champions from yesterday. Open co-ed, capped co-ed, the lower and upper switch. There we go. We fixed that. Boy, I tell you what. we go. That's what I needed. Now we're cooking with some grease. So again, this is competitive doubles rounders. So we'll do, I think it's 4 games of rounders, and then we'll go right into the double elimination bracket.
You are up on courts 12 through 24. If you just got fall to floor one, do not go. Again, intermediate doubles, you are on courts 12 through 24. Courts 12 through 24.
Good morning, Amy, Kyle, Joe, Deborah. Thank you guys for tuning in this morning. Happy Saturday morning. Hope your weekend's starting off fantastic. Nine to 8. Emmett and Ricky hold the lead. They're holding tight to it. You're going to get a timeout from Jet. We're getting to the nitty gritty here in game one of the rounders. Both of these teams came out ready to go. We get a 18th round PPR check. Looks like Jet is leading the way with a 7.67. Emmett and Ricky have both tallied a 4-bagger. And Emmett's right behind Jet with a 7.33. Take a look at our OCA cam. (17-14). It's decision time here for Jet. We're going to get another timeout. But a closer look is she's got a mess. She is looking at a mess. She tried to punch him in there. One bag did end up falling. I don't know if it was Jet or Emmett's bag. Emmett goes hard at it, just a little bit short. Jet gets both of her bags in the hole. 6 on 5 is the tally. I'll put Tommy and Jet on 19. The dreaded 19 is me and Rudy concluded yesterday on the live stream chat that 19 is the worst spot to sit. It's the worst number to land on when playing cornhole is 19. Oh my gosh, what a bag from Ricky. Ricky pulled that one out of his magic hat. And he has taken over the PPR board with a 7.9 with 3 4-baggers. I feel like Jet's been the most consistent player of the 4. No 4-baggers yet, but she's been consistent. She's been the same PPR all game long. And that 4-bagger for Ricky put them on 20. And this bag has to go in the hole and not take anything for her to have a chance. Now it's decision time. That'll do it. Pretty sure that'll do it. She's going to have to drag something or knock something of Emmett's off. Score sitting 8 on 4. Jet does have a bag off the back. It's going up. That'll do it here for this first rounders. Emmett and Ricky take it down. We'll give you a list of our standings. Chris Gann and Lane Gann sitting at the top at 1-0. Tanya Benedict and Casey Ballou also 1-0. Justin Quadra and Sean Riley. Now we got 11 1-0s, half the field. And we just added Emmett and Ricky to that mix. So now we got 12. I'll give you a look at all of our champions so far. This is our champions from last night. Open co-ed went to Chase Lester, Caitlin Allshouse. Capped co-ed was a 13 PPR capped co-ed doubles. Leon Frost and Rachel Bookout took that one down. The lower switch went to Zach Wilhite and Joe Perales. I apologize to Joe because last night I called. I thought his last name was Perez. It's Perales, so I apologize for that, Joe. But Zach and Joe took down the lower switch. Shay and Ethan George took the upper switch last night. I think we've got intermediate or backyard doubles going on. We've got competitive doubles, and then intermediate doubles has also started. So lots of cornhole to be played. All right, I'm going to take a quick break while we're waiting on the next game. Huge shout out to my support system, 501, Erica Barnett Wiseman with Shelter Insurance out of Houston, Missouri. The man himself, 157 Bag Company. 157 Bag Company with Derek Balcom. The Moving Company with Jarrett Ray Barks. Table Rock Lake Baggers, Kaylin Vest. Thank you guys so much. I've got a couple more to add to that, so just got to find the logo. Once I find the logo, I'll get it added to it. But thank you guys. We'll be here for the next match.
If you want to come and check it out, read over it, you can come up here and do that.
All right. There we go. We're going to get Emmett Murphy, Ricky Jones, Dustin Barr, and Kyle Teachman. Kyle Techman. These bags are live. What are you guys doing this weekend? What's up, Tommy? Alan Ballard, what's up, dude? Just to let everybody know, Alan Ballard is not a cornhole pro. Me neither. Me neither. We got a lot of action to cover today, I'll tell you that. It is going to be a long day. Man, just cooling it. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, yeah, you're up there winning some tournaments in Clarksville. Come on. How did you do this morning? Have you played yet? Oh, my gosh. gosh, that bag walked all over the hole. There you go. That's the spirit. That's the spirit, man. You make me proud because I don't. That's probably my biggest pet peeve is when somebody gets like tier 2, tier 3, or maybe even tier 5, and they're just like, ugh. And they quit or go home or whatever it is. I love it, man. Whatever game you got in front of you, try to win it. I don't try to whoop their ass every time you step up to the board. That's the mindset you should have. It doesn't matter if it's rec league, doesn't matter if it's a World Series. It doesn't matter the stage. You should walk up to the board with the same mindset of, hey, that dude right beside me, he's going down. So kudos to you, my man. Go take down that tier. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good little cup bag right there. Goes hard through it. That's a good bag. I'm going to get the names down. I know this is Emmett. His partner's Ricky. I'm about to figure out which one's Dustin and Kyle. You got to look at the PPRs. A good bag from Emmett. Which one changes? So that's Kyle. That was a good little cut bag from Kyle. Tony Hawk Pro Skater side rail. For Dustin, it's not what the doctor ordered. Oh, that's a good comeback, though, with the airmail. Kamikaze, there it is. One of my favorite bags. The old Kamikaze. Just to get the 2 bags in. Doesn't matter what happens to your bag. Cut shot. Little roll bag. Okay. Okay, Kyle. Great finish right there for Emmett. Emmett's showing a lot of poise here. I don't want to say for a kid because I've been beat by plenty of kids. I feel like you go up to a cornhole board playing a kid, you better bring it because they're gonna bring it and they don't really care. Dustin and Kyle up 16-4. Bang with another airmail for Dustin. Back-to-back rounds for Dustin throwing airmails. Put it in the hole.
I don't know how to do that right now. What exciting.
Oh, I'll get my life together. I get distracted easy. So PPR check, Kyle is way out in front with a 9.25. Emmett's right behind him with a, well, I don't want to say right behind him, but he's got a 6.75. Dustin 6.25 and a Ricky with a 5. It's a good bag. 8-8 wash. It's time for Ricky. Ricky's got to step it up here. Emmett's little back's hurting, man. Emmett's throwing a 7. Nice little cut shot from Dustin. That's textbook. That's a textbook cut shot. Dustin's going for the dagger, going for the win. Little short. Ricky's got to put this bag in the hole. He does. I think that's going to do it. Dustin Barr and Kyle Techman, they take it down 21-4. With a bottle of Mary Jane. All right. Chris Gann, Lane Gann still sitting on top. They've given up a total of 9 points. Dustin Barr, Kyle, they're 2-0. They've given up 9 points. So it's those are the top 2 teams right now based on the tiebreaker, which is points allowed. Justin Quadra, Sean Riley, Johnny Taylor, Ethan George. Both of them are 2-0. And then that tiebreaker is points allowed, 19 for Justin and Sean, 21 for Johnny and Ethan. Shane and Jason, 2-0. They've given up 21 as well. So I think that, I don't know what that next tiebreaker is after points allowed. Because it can't be point differential because it's the same. Maybe it's PPR. Maybe it's team PPR. I'm not sure. Crew Vance, Chipper Jones. That'll be a good team. 1-0, giving up 4 points so far. Scott Chastain, and Shane Copa. Hold on, I got it. Copasa. I'm gonna go with Shane Copapasa. They're 1-0. They've given up 8 points. Nope. Crew Vance and Chipper Jones just lost. I knew they moved. I knew they disappeared. So we're down to 8 teams undefeated, and we're about to drop that down to 7. Because I want to say Scott, Shane, Carrie, and Ryan are playing right now. So that's our leaderboard. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out with us. We got Girls Throw 2 in the building. We've got BG in the building with Devin. Devin's in the building selling some BG merch. I think that's our only 2 tents that we got set up. I've got some 157 bags set up here at the live stream table. So if anybody's interested in learning about 157 Bag Company out of Tennessee, I got some great bags to show you. All right, we're going to get Dustin Barr, Kyle Techman, Heather Gallegos, Gage McElhaney. So Heather and Gage are 0-2. Kyle and Dustin are 2-0. So for Heather and Gage, it's about getting back on the board, right? Getting back on the horse and going for it. They need their first win. But it's going to be a tough order. If Kyle keeps throwing the way he is, it's going to be tough. And I say that, and he gives up 5. That's cornhole, folks. That's cornhole. But one game, one win can spark that light switch, that light bulb goes on. You figure out what you've been doing wrong. Gage doing a lot of coaching early on in this game for Heather. She goes off to the left of the board. Early on, I can tell you right now, Heather just got to relax. That's all she's got to do. We saw her throw yesterday, and she was, she had great vibes. Right now, I feel like she's stressing a little bit. Deep breath, calm the nerves. She'll be fine. But she does add to the total, 8-0. Looks like they are throwing PCL bags, I think. Roll bag for Gage. It goes over the hole, sits on the back half. Great push shot right there from Kyle. Boom. He's going to get 4 back. Thank you guys for tuning in. You're watching the competitive doubles rounders. So after rounders, 4 games of rounders, we'll go into a double elimination bracket. Thirteen to 8. Dustin and Kyle have flipped this game on its head. And again, I just feel like the nerves are getting to Heather. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I know her body language is different from yesterday. But Kyle and Dustin, we watched them last game. And they're hitting their shots. They're real consistent. Gage is throwing a 10 currently. Kyle with a 9.5. Dustin with a 7. I don't hate that bag from Dustin. That's a good bag. Ooh. Makes it a little more difficult to get, but it is halfway in. Well, now, for Heather, you just forget about that bag. That bag's as good as in. Just go in the hole. Oh, she's sneaky, sneaky. They're going to grab 3. 13-11. That's what Gage needed. Gage needs first bag. Tried to set the block. I love how every time there's a bag on the board, it acts like I swear it acts like a magnet. It doesn't matter where that bag's at. There's so many times where your bag just automatically goes and sits right behind that bag that's on the board. We tried to roll it. He's going to finish with 6. Sorry guys, I had to throw on my sales pitch. Try to get some 157 bags out of here. 18-13, Heather and Gage have started to figure it out. You know, Heather's creeping up on the PPR with a 6.25. But Gage is still leading the way with a 9.5. Him and Kyle are the only ones with a 4-bagger at this point. Kyle's slotted to get 3 here. He's going to grab. Oh, he's going to grab 4. 8 on 4. Make it 18-17. And for Heather, I mean, you're still in a good spot. You're in a spot to get points. You just got to stay down the middle, and that's a perfect bag. That's what she needed. For Dustin, now you've got to start manufacturing some. I feel like bag 3's got to be aggressive. I feel like it had to be a little more aggressive than that, but you still get a bag in the hole. You're still good. You're still forcing Heather to have to push that bag. Fast side, kamikaze bag knocks it in the hole. This will be in for 8 for Dustin. He does, and Heather has to go in to give up 2. That's what she'll do. We got a big bow cornhole lead change here on center court. 19-18, and there's the dreaded 19. Dreaded 19. That's a good bag right there from Gage. There's a miss you were hoping for. If you got a roll, here's when you throw it. I like a block here. You've already got 2 in the hole. That's a perfect bag. Magic time for Gage. He's going to have to drag something. Bar of soap. Holy Moses. I don't know what happened. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to go back and watch that to understand. My brain just didn't compute. It's like he went hard push, knocked in his bag, knocked off Kyle's bag, and then he sat on top. Kyle did get 1.7 on 6. Heather's got to put something in the... Oh, now she doesn't. Just block it up. That's a good bag. That's a really good bag. 1 bag left. It's showing 2 on 2. But Heather does have 2 draped in the hole. And I'll board it for the wash here. That's scared. I know it scared Gage. You can just see the look on his face. It did come in a little hot. 20-18. Dustin and Kyle sitting on 20. It's a good bag. A little side-by-side action. Oh, this could be ball game with a collect. Gage is going to have to collect this. Oh, off to the left. Clumps it up. I feel like, yeah, Gage has to put a bag in the hole here. He tried the hard push. He tried the bar soap again on the fast side. To no avail. That'll do it. Dustin and Kyle continue winning. They're 3-0. Heather and Gage are close, man. They don't feel like an 0-3 team, but they are 0-3 here in Rounders. They've got some work to do. but I feel like they're close, right? They're very close to figuring it out. And that's all. I mean, rounders, you're not going to, if you don't have it during rounders, that's the time to figure it out and find it, right? Because I feel like Gage is throwing okay. He presses sometimes, and I think that's because he's trying to pick up the slack from Heather. But we saw Heather last night throwing some good bags, so she has it. She has it in her to throw good bags. They just got to find that even keel, and then get to rolling. But Dustin and Kyle are on a tear here. I mean, they're looking like a really solid team for this competitive doubles bracket. Rolling? Yeah. Air house? Where y'all out of?
Yeah. Hey, didn't y'all put out like if we announced it and it people go and share whether people pay them or something, share the live feed?
Yeah, either that or they can come up and scan they can scan my QR code. It'd probably be easier.
We shared it on OTA and then shared it on.
Thank you. Getting some good numbers.
Make an announcement.
Thank you.
You guys commentary. I watched it last night. I got a hotel. I didn't even know about it like that. That was really cool. I appreciate it. That was awesome. The next thing is, can I borrow one bag for just like 5 seconds? Is that all right? Let's go. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, just that one.
1-1, Justin and Sean. I'm pretty sure both of these teams are 3-0. So this is to complete going 4-0 in rounders. I'll have to double check that for you. No, Justin and Sean are 2-1. So Dustin and Kyle are 3-0. Justin and Sean are 2-1. I know they started out 2-0, so they probably just lost their third game, or game number 3. They took an L.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Oh, little reverse roll bag. Reverse roll. I've seen that more times this weekend so far than I've ever seen at a tournament. I don't normally see a reverse rollback. I think there's two other players that I've seen do it, and that's Colby Baskins and Sebastian Barger. I've seen them do it on a regular basis. So 9-2 for Dustin and Kyle, and they continue their momentum. And we've watched, this will be their third game on center court, and the last two games they've looked very impressive. Kyle has definitely been the the catalyst. But on the flip side, Dustin's played a dirty board game, and he's hit a couple cut shots. When we saw that reverse roll bag, he's also hit a couple of air mails, and there you go. He's shooting another air mail. So it's not like, you look at Dustin, and he's an 8-5 right now. Last game he was at a 7, but it was one of those things where, and I was talking to somebody about this yesterday. They're like, "Yeah, man, I was watching the bracket, and the guy I was about to play, he was throwing a 7." And I was like, "Well, was it my first question was it a carpet bag 7 or was it a fast bag 7? Because there's a difference, right? A carpet bag 7, it's a mixed bag. You don't know. A fast bag 7, yeah, you probably there's a lot of misses there. But a carpet bag 7, like a roll bag 7, that's going to be tough. I mean, you're going to have to hit some shots. So in saying that, Dustin last couple games, now he's at a 7.67. It's not like his 7.6 or his 7s. It's a good 7, right? It's not a missed, like, bags all over the place. It's a dirty board 7, and he's hitting his clutch shots. That's a good combination. That's why I'm a huge advocate for PPR does not matter. PPR doesn't matter. SPR doesn't matter. What matters is, do you win the game, and how do you win the game, right? Good bag right there. Punch it through. Dustin Kyle looked like they're well on their way to go 4-0 here. In the hole for 4. Nope. 9 on 7, so 2. Put them on the dreaded 19, Rudy. We love 19, don't we? We love 19. I feel like most of these games, somebody lands on 19. And now it's about how quick can you get off of 19. You definitely don't want to get stuck on 19 very long. That's for sure. Kyle goes fast side. I feel like quarter turn, that bag's in the hole. Oh, he tried for it. A little bit to the left. Big opportunity. Oh, he gives it right back. 7 on 5. Give them 2. 19 to 8. We're gonna do a tally. That's 2 rounds that Dustin and Kyle have been on 19. I think the record so far is 7. Or no, it was 11. They were on 19 for 11 rounds last night. So that's the record, is 11. Make it 3.
4-6.
And here's where Justin and Sean can start getting some momentum.
Four and 0. Attaboy.
Nineteen 14. That's 5 rounds. Rudy, we got a count going. That's 5 rounds that Dustin and Kyle have been stuck on 19. I feel like what they need, what Kyle and Dustin need, they need a Texas timeout. All right, if you're not familiar with a Texas timeout, it's a timeout that means absolutely nothing. You're just going down there to talk to your partner. Well, they don't need it now. Hard push for the win. That'll do it, I think. Yep, 8 on 6. Dustin and Kyle 4-0 through round robin. But Shane Breakbill and Jason Gilbert grabbed the top spot, 4-0, giving up 37 points. Chris and Lane Gann, they give up 38. They're going to grab the 2 seed. Dustin and Kyle, they're going to grab the 3, giving up 41 points. And then Denton Tolliver and Joe Perales, 3-0. Johnny Taylor and Ethan George, 3-0. So we'll have one more 4-0, and that'll complete our undefeateds for the rounders. I don't know that we're going to get another game here. Looks like they're all filled up.
Which one? What up, Trey?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Wait, he will. shout out to Chrissy for running the live stream. And if our business is kind of big, carry it down, go to the look on Facebook. You will share this live stream whenever you get some views. But you want to share but this will definitely help you out. Let's make sure that let them know what we left them out. Make sure of what we in here. A couple of other things when you see intro two in the back, she got some great you got to go to the you want to check one out. We also want to say thank you for taking the time out of your people to school for us. We appreciate it. All right, thank you. See what your bracket is live. Listen, good luck.
What's up, dude? Doing all right? Yeah. Got your A game thing? Yeah. Happy night? Hopefully I can go straight. Yeah. That'd be nice. All right, good luck.
All right, guys. Thomas Roberts, Matt Johnson, Kerry Bean, Ryan Clark. Find out where they sit. So Thomas Roberts and Matt Johnson, they're 2-1. Kerry Bean and Ryan Clark are 1-2. So a Kerry Bean and Ryan Clark win would even these teams both at 2 apiece. It's a good little cutback. Had a little lane, not much. The PPR check. Matt and Kerry both locked at 8.67. Thomas Roberts at a 6.33. Ryan Clark at a 6. Get us a better look at this. Yeah, we're going to get a timeout. It's going to be a VKM timeout. Kind of see a whole bunch of mess. But for Kerry Bean and Ryan Clark, you're sitting in a good spot. You've got two pretty much draped in the hole. I feel like it's going to take an airmail to take his two bags that are on the left. And then for Thomas Roberts and Matt Johnson, like a cut bag, depending on what happens here. We'll leave it on the bags here for you guys. He goes fast side. So in the hole will be 8. So this we're looking at an 8-8 wash. Now, how aggressive do you get here? Airmail could potentially take all of these bags. He stays on the left side. He's going to give up 2. $14-11 for Thomas and Matt. As they look to go 3-1. If they take this one down, Kerry Bean and Ryan Clark will drop to 1-3. But we still got a lot of game left. We're only in round number 8. So there's been a lot of scoring early on in this game. Typically, whenever a game starts out, a lot of points being scored early on, it kind of levels out. And then, those last 5 or 6 points get dragged out over quite a number of rounds. Starting to see that here in the hole to score 2. They'll do it. 12-10. It's our second 4-bagger of this match. Nice little field goal. Don't be the Buffalo Bills here. Wide right or ride left. You want to be right down the middle. Big opportunity right here. Could be 4 points for. He cannot do it. It's going to be he's going to finish with 6. So for here, any chance to get in the hole here. I like fast side hitting your bag. Kind of moving it up the board and going in the hole. You want to hit that corner, though, that left corner. He tried it. It's going to be a wash. No, it ain't going to be a wash. See what we got. 4-on-3. 5-on-3. It's a big bow cornhole lead change. Who's the pick to win advanced elite singles? That's a tough one. There's some good throwers in here. I know Gary Bearpaw is probably going to be at the top. Gary Bearpaw's my pick. Why am I even thinking about it? He won Poto. I've never beat him in singles, so yeah, that's my pick. Gary Bearpaw. Of course, there's a lot of players I haven't beaten singles, but I just feel like Gary's that guy that doesn't make many mistakes. He forces you to throw. He forces you to hit tough shots, right? And if you hit it, you've got to hit it at a consistent rate because he's going to keep staying consistent. So my pick, Gary Bearpaw. Outside of that, I do feel like, your name's up there, Connor. You're going to have a good run. Chase Lester. I really like Chase Lester in singles. He's one of those exciting players. He has every shot in the arsenal. think who else is coming. If you're speaking about Hunter Anderson, you're talking about Hunter Anderson, JT? Yeah, Chase Lester's a good dude, man. I like him. You know, I follow him, you know, through his TCL stuff. He plays some ACO stuff. I know he's won a couple majors. It's always nice whenever he's in a building. Good to hang out with him. Hunter Holmes. I don't know a Hunter Holmes, but I can find out for you. But I think that does it for rounders for us.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. All right. So this is our
competitive doubles bracket is set.
There we go. All right, so we have our it is set. That's where we want it. Right there. So that's our bracket for competitive doubles. 1 seed goes to Shane Breakbill and Jason Gilbert. So that's what we'll get next. We'll start rolling into the competitive doubles bracket. But I do want to give a huge shout out to my sports system, 501 Cornhole in Cabot, Arkansas, 157 Bag Company out of Kenton, Tennessee. The Move-In Company, Jarrett Ray Barks. Give them a call, 870-882-2842. Table Rock Lake Baggers up in Blue Eye, Missouri, Kaylin Vest.
Don't be talking about how bad I am when I'm on the live.
Hey, you know, hey, it happens. Eric Barnett Wiseman with Shelter Insurance. Wear your shield, wear your shelter. Out of Houston, Missouri. Give her a call for all of your insurance needs. And then, of course, the OCA support system, the Murder Nova. He was down in Georgia racing. Had a pretty nasty wreck last night. So if you are friends with the Murder Nova, reach out. You know, let him know you're thinking about him because he did have a wreck last night. Be right back. Girls Throw 2 GTT, they're in the building. Southeast Okie Baggers. Huge thank you to the OCA team for bringing me on and allowing me to set up shop and bring center court action to you this weekend. We're just starting day 2. Competitive doubles. We got our bracket. We do have a game set. We're going to get Monty York, Brett York, Scott Chastain, and Shane Copapasa. I'm going to have to get the right pronunciation on that. Doing the down and back, doing the down and back. I'm going to do a little meet and greet. We'll be right back. All right, Doug Foltz. Hello, Shane Rooney. All right, did my meet and greet. Met Monty and Brett. They're throwing the Black Sheep OGs. And then Scott and Shane are throwing the BG Shapeshifter. And his last name is Koopsa. Would have never guessed. It's Koopsa. And we got Addy Koopsa. But he says everybody calls him Coop, so we're going to call him Coop. But I would have never guessed that was the pronunciation for it. I was like, Copapasa? Pretty sure this is still the down and back. But thank you guys for tuning in. You're watching the VKM Entertainment broadcast here on Facebook and YouTube. I'm your host, Chris Seaton. We're hanging out, having a good old time. It's a Saturday. We're supposed to get a little warmer today, up to like 52. I'm excited for tomorrow. The high tomorrow is 63. So that'll be nice. It'll be really nice. I am Chris Seaton. I am your announcer, your commentator. Your entertainer, if you will. Brett with the airmail, that's what I like to see. Let it fly, Brett. Let's go. Like I was saying, thank you, brother. Man, I appreciate that. I tell people all the time, airmails are what gets me up in the morning. Whenever I feel like I don't want to get up, or hey, I just want to have a lazy day, just think about an airmail. I'm up. Love me some airmails. That's probably my favorite shot. It's definitely my most effective shot when I'm playing. But whenever I'm watching, I want to see backside airmails all day long. So here on that side, we got Scott on your left, and then Monty on the right. I'm digging the shirts, man. I'm really digging the shirts. I should have asked that on my meet and greet. I was like, hey, what's up with the shirts? Because I'm digging the logo. The logo is kind of sick. But we are live in El Reno, Oklahoma for the OCA number 4 regional. This is my second OCA event. I enjoyed the first one so much. I was like, hey, I volunteered to come to El Reno. And graciously, OCA was like, heck yeah, we'd love to have you. Plus, I've really gotten to enjoy meeting a lot of the Oklahoma throwers and getting more in tune. You know, I knew all of the big names, right? The Gary Bear Pauls, the Matthew Creek Killers, Connor Thompson, Dylan Turpin, Jacob Foreman, all the big names. You know, I was fairly comfortable with. It's that bang. That's what I like. Come on, Coop. Come on, Coop. What you talking about, Coop? Hey, that's all I throw, man. Hey, I feel I promise you, I feel 160% more confident with my airmail than I do my slide shot. There's been plenty of times where so it'll be last bag, right? And if I threw at least 2 airmails in that round and I have an open board for the last bag, I'm throwing an airmail for the last bag. Simply because I've dialed it in, right? I know exactly where I need to throw it. If I go to slide shot, I'm missing every single time. And that's how the cookie crumbles. But Monty and Brett out on a tear, up 10-0, going into round number 4. And from talking to Brett and Monty, the bag choice, the OGs, the slower carpet is Monty's choice. I did not ask what Brett throws in singles, so but he is going fast side on these OGs. Flat bill wheel. All right, you got it. I'll put it on my to-do list. Flat bill wheel. All right. What part of Oklahoma is he out of? And where do you go about meeting Flat Bill Will? If it's in an abandoned gas station, I'm out. If I got to meet Flat Bill Will at an abandoned gas station, I am gonna miss that meeting. That's it puts the lotion on its skin or it gets the hose again kind of stuff. Bang! That's hey, open board airmail. Why not, Monty? Why not? Why not? Let's go. It's bracket time. They're heating up the bags already. Midwest City. Got it. Flat Bill Will, Midwest City. It's etched in my brain. That's a good bag right there from Brett. And Monty and Brett are looking really good right now. You know, they're not blowing up the PPR, but they are being very consistent. We'll do a 7-round PPR check. Brett 7.67, Monty and an 8. So they're both pretty consistent with each other. Brett with the only 4-bagger on the game. Scott with a 5.33 and Shane Coop with a 6.67. And we'll keep an eye on this bracket as we progress through it. I like hard push here. Ah, that's a good bag. Oh, that's a good bag. You had the bumper on the right. There's no reason to not go hard at that bag with that bumper on the back right. Not to mention you had to go through 2 bags. So, yeah, throw it as hard as you want. The only downfall to that, and, you know, he's got a pretty flat-ish bag. I don't. Mine's front-loaded. And for the life of me, I can't throw a back-loaded bag ever. So that's why it's slide cut airmail for me. But whenever I go to throw that hard push, it doesn't matter. It could be on a slab of ice. It could be on a slab of ice. I would throw it on the fast side with a fast bag, and it rolls. It does not push. It rolls. And it makes me want to punch a midget every time. But that'll do it. Monty and Brett take this one down. And Monty and Brett are going to be back up. We're going to get Monty, Brett, Shane Breakbill, and Jason Gilbert. Let's take a look. So they're going to play the 1 seed, Shane and Jason.
Big dog now. Big dogs now. We got the big dogs.
So Shane and Jason, 1 seed. Monty and Brett just coming off of a 21-4 victory. They're going to go up against Shane and Jason. Thank you again to my support system. And thank you guys at home watching, hanging out with us this weekend on Facebook and YouTube. I'm your host, Chris Seaton with VKM Entertainment, VKM Live Sports. We're on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on the YouTube channel, please subscribe so you don't miss any content. I'll be making some videos from these live streams. If you're on Facebook, please like, follow, comment. Let me know when you're in the building. Tell me a joke. Make me laugh. You know, I'm a fan of jokes. Give me a good dad joke. Let your voice be heard. But it's 11:19 here on Saturday morning. It's almost beer 30. So my first question for the chat is what's the earliest acceptable time to start drinking on a Saturday? The earliest acceptable time to crack open a cold one. Looks like they are going to do another down and back. Looks like we got some more winners bracket games going on. Chris Gann, Lane Gann, they're waiting on the winner of court number 6. Justin, Sean, Austin, and Tyler. As we work our way down this competitive doubles main bracket. All right. We're getting close to this down and back being done. They did 2 down and backs. But you are watching OCA Regional number 4 here in El Reno, Oklahoma, just outside of Oklahoma City. Dabbing it up. Monty's giving us the spin. Thumbs up, green lights. We're ready to rock and roll here. Game number 2, round number 2 of this competitive doubles bracket. You know, Shane and Jason, they haven't really had much adversity. They ran through rounders, went 4-0, didn't give up very many points. I think on average they gave up 7 points a game, just about. Lace them up. Like the old basketball thing. Well, I think it's still a basketball thing where you wipe your shoes off just to hear the squeak. The squeak of the gym floor. And both Shane and Jason's first bag in this game off the board. There you go. 7 on 5. Give them 2. So fortunate for Shane and Jason there. Your first bag goes off the board. Man, we wish you were here too, Nolan. I enjoyed watching you in Poto. But you can be here in spirit. I'll be live all weekend. You can watch the biggest matches. I'm gonna try to do a little better of getting the winners games. We're gonna try to get the winners bracket games on the center court. But I got to talk to the main table. I got to get the main table on board. If I can get them to set it up. If not, I'm just at their mercy, and I'll get whatever games they throw my way, which is fine with me. Cornhole is cornhole. But we do have advanced and elite doubles later on today. So we'll get some of that action. Oh, Suki. Uh-oh. I'll have to look at the schedule. I don't know what's after this. I know we'll get intermediate and backyard championships. We're going to follow this bracket all the way to the end. But we are also going to get the backyard and intermediate championships here on center court. That's a good bag from Brett. Same bag if you're Brett. Oh, that's beautifully done. Beautifully done. 10 on 6. I'll put them on 7. Oh, that's a good bag from Monty. That's a tough replace bag, too, from Monty. Ooh, Monty's looking at the backside. Hey, that's the thinking I like. Always thinking about that backside. You always got to keep it on your mind because that backside's always open. If you can get it high enough, you can hit any backside airmail you want. We almost had a unicorn there. If you you don't know what a unicorn is, it's when a bag's on the front. It's got to be the same thrower. Yep, there's the unicorn, the double unicorn. So it's when there's a bag on the front, in front of the board, and then there's a bag behind the board. It's unicorn. Bags all over the place on this round. Come on, tighten it up. Tighten it up. 12-9. Yeah, PPRs. I just looked at them. They're not great. Not great. So for Jason and Shane, they're at a 13. For Monty and Brett, they're at a 12. 12 even. Combined. Backside. Backside. Nah, a little short. Little short, but I like it. Send it. Every time I play doubles, it doesn't matter what partner I'm playing with. If they ask me, if they have to look down and be like, "What do you want me to do?" Every time, I'm send it. What do you mean? What does Eric think about? Send it. With Shane and Jason up 15-9. It's a good finish right there. Bang. Fast side for Brett. That'll do it. 7 points will end it. Shane and Jason advance into the quarterfinals. All right, we'll be back for our next game here shortly. You're watching the VKM Entertainment broadcast on Facebook or YouTube and YouTube. I'm your host, Chris Seaton. We're hanging out all weekend long. We'll be right back. All right, we're back to the action. 3-0, Monty and Brett looking to stage their redemption from last game. And this is an elimination game, so the loser of this will be done for competitive doubles. The winner begins their long trek back to the championship. So that's the goal. It'll take 7 wins in a row, starting now. So 7 wins in a row will get you back to the championship. For 3 teams, it'll be 8. For 3 teams down in the elimination bracket, it'll be 8 wins in a row to get back to the championship. Hard push from Monty. I like it. Tim McGraw style. I like it. I love it. Airmail. Just a little bit deep. I like it. I love that they're going for it, right? There's no layups. Full send. Again, Brett is heavy on that slow side, or on the fast side. He's predominantly fast side with these Black Sheep OGs. Looks like we've got Ultra Viper R's for Justin and Sean. 10 for Brett. 10 for Justin. And what I'd like to see here is an uptick in the PPR. That's what I would like to see. That last game, the PPR just wasn't there for me. I know it's competitive, but I like to see a little more 8s out of the competitive bracket. Airmail, bang. Let's go, Sean. Fast side for Monty. Does he do it again? He's got to, right? Yes, he does. Little hoppity hop. Bounce right into the hole. They landed on top of Monty's bag and in it. Oh, my gosh. Monty went cut shot on the fast side to try to collect that bag. I felt like he threw it perfect. It hit perfect. It just didn't take anything. That's probably because there was a bag. His other bag was sitting on top of it on the right side, which didn't allow that bag to move as much as it should have. 9-7, Monty and Brett hold the lead. Miss Anita Bearpaw in the building. Hey, I just saw your honey bunches walk through the door. He's over there warming up with Joseph Factor right now. So he did make it safe, just to let you know. Justin not happy with that round, and that he didn't throw the fast side very hard enough for Brett. but it's enough to grab 2 points and extend their lead 11-7. Monty with a little point down to Brett. Good job, partner. There's the 8s I like to see. Brett with an 8. And Sean's throw with these bags, he's throwing them on the sticky side, and he's landing it a bag from the hole. And they're going in. Anytime he throws it shorter than a bag length away from the hole, it lands just like that, a little too short. Monty with the airmail. Right shot, wrong execution. And the bags just won't fall for Sean. Give them 2, 6 on 4, 11-9. That's a big bow cornhole lead change for Justin. Make it 14-11. See if that looks any better. I'm not loving it, but it'll work. Just to give you an idea of what we're playing. Keep everybody on the same page. But this is an elimination game. Competitive doubles bracket. Justin with fast side, I don't hate the shot. It's just wrong side of the bag. You want to stay on that left side for sure. That's the shot he wanted. That should have been bag 2. Same shot for bag 4. Justin ended up scoring. He could have scored a lot more points there. We'll do a round 11 or 10 round PPR check. Justin Quadra, he leads the way 7-4. Sean Riley with the only 4-bagger. Monty York right behind Justin with a 7. So we're right about even. All 4 players are right about even. Airmail for Sean. A little short airmail. Monty with an airmail. Oh, it rims out. 15-14. What's up, Kalen? Man, good to see you. Thank you for checking in, tuning in. What are you doing this weekend? Bag from Brett. In the hole for a wash for Justin. Be on the right side. So my only advice for Justin at this point is, his bags aren't going the way he wants them to, right? But that frustration from the bag, his previous bag, is affecting his current bag, right? I feel like he's still thinking about that last round when he threw 2 bags off the right side. And that just bleeds into your next bag. So you're going to have to just forget it, have a short memory, and put all your focus in your current bag. Because if you're thinking in the past or you're thinking in the future, you're definitely not thinking in the present. And whenever you're in a cornhole match, the only thing that matters is the present bag that's in your hand. Monty and Brett flip it. Big Bow cornhole lead change, 19-15. Sean with a chance to score 4. He's going to grab 2, make it 19-17. Dance competition and Branson. Now Branson sounds a lot of fun right now. If it were warmer. Which, I mean, today's not going to be a terrible day. Today's going to feel pretty good. In the 50s, I'll take it after we've had, several days in the 20s. And where's Rudy? Hey, we're stuck on 19. We got sticky tack on 19. (19-17), make it 3 rounds. 3 rounds on 19. The record for the weekend is 11. There was a team stuck on 19 for 11 rounds. That's the record. So far, Monty and Brett, I think this will be their 3rd round. Starting now, this will be their 3rd round on 19. I think that was a missed airmail, but he'll take it. It's right down the middle. That's the definition of a good miss. If you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss. And Monty knocks that bag in. It's about to get interesting. I like an airmail here. You already got the bag blocked. It's like he tried to block the push shot. Monty's stepping out. He's going stick side. And see, I feel like if you're trying to push through that, you need to go fast side. Anytime you're trying to push through bags and you have bags around it, like you've got a bumper on the left, a bumper on the right, throw that fast side. Throw it hard. Or don't throw it harder, just land it deeper. Land it right in front of the bag. But you want to have a low trajectory on it, so that way it carries through your bag and doesn't just hit and stop. So they're going over their options. I like the airmail here. So now Monty can go airmail. Well, I mean, he could board it, give up 2. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Puts him on 19. Make it 19-19. That's why I kind of like the airmail there, because even if you go off the back and you miss, the game's still going on. Like, that puts them on 20. You still have a game, right? I feel like he shot that too quick. I don't feel like he looked at all of his options before he shot it. So I think the airmail was the right shot. Because Monty's been hitting his airmails. But I could sit here and second guess cornhole all day long. You can second guess every shot if you wanted to. Now both teams locked up at 19. This will be round 4 that Monty and Brett have been on 19. That'll do it. Monty and Brett take it down. They're going to survive and advance and begin their trek back to the championship. Game 1 down, 6 more to go.